Okay, so anyway, I just realized I had to make a video around this whole matter of this violence and police brutality and the protests and everything that are ensuing today. I was talking to my daughter this morning. She had seen the person that had been killed on the news, and she was reacting emotionally. She was like, wow, I don't understand how the police could be like this. And, you know, she was just really upset with the police and the way the guy was treated, the way that, you know, two people got killed and in an unjust way by the police. And I can understand that. But at the same time, I wanted to make a couple of points, not to justify anyone who killed anyone else. You know, there's no justification in that. But just to get to the bottom of this all and to some of the answers, you know, I think it's so important to understand a couple of things and a couple of truths. Okay, so the first truth we need to understand, the truth will set us free. Jesus said that in the scriptures. So, you know, knowing the truth of who we are, we each have to understand and begin to understand that we're each, you know, these human beings with this mighty potential. We're also children of God. We're spiritual beings. And the way we act in life and what we achieve is based on what we believe inside of us, the ideas, the thoughts, the beliefs we hold inside of us. So, you know, in a society where people hold the highest ideas and the highest thoughts about others, understanding that each person is valued, each person is unique, and each person has mega potential inside of them. In a society where that kind of understanding is held inside each person, then we're going to treat each other differently. The second truth I want to talk about is that violence begets more violence. And also that those who live by the sword shall die by the sword. So, you know, we begin to understand, even as Dr. King said, that violence incites more violence. So even as all this stuff is going on, I think it's just so important that we understand that more violence and retaliation is not the answer. You know, when we react with more violence, it's just going to create more violence and more fear, more retaliation, and more of a need to control, to keep people in line. So, you know, reacting in violence, somebody killing somebody else, somebody just going out to start looting and acting crazy and hurting other people, that's not the answer. That's not going to bring our peace. So the second truth is, it's the truth that will set us free. And here's what I mean by this. It's what we hold inside of us, our ideas and beliefs, that determine how we treat other people and how we act and what we achieve in life. So based on what someone holds inside of them about another person, that's how they're going to react to that person. That's how they're going to treat that person. So I would like to state that the truth about us all is that we are human beings with mega potential. We're also spirit beings, children of God. The answer lies in, you know, a couple of things. The answer lies in truth and in love. You know, it's the truth that will set us free. So the first truth we have to understand is that we are all, you know, human beings with this mighty potential. We're also children of God. So to go back to the first truth I mentioned about the truth setting us free, I want to talk a little bit about where many of us that are caught up in this violence, or many of us are getting our level of ideas that are in our minds from. One thing that's determining a lot of where we get our ideas and beliefs from is what we expose our minds to, you know, most of the day. What you feed your mind is what's going to begin to be internalized inside you. Okay, so you have to watch where you get your ideas and beliefs from and make sure that they're really true ideas and beliefs. If we're spending hours in front of the TV, hours at the movies, hours listening to the popular music on the radio or whatever that's being put out, you know, a lot of that stuff, if we allow that to just go into our minds, unfiltered without really thinking about it, or we just continuously expose ourselves to that, which many people are doing, then we're being brainwashed by what we see. Our ideas are being created by what's being put out there at us, put out there, for us, if we're imbibing in that and eating that stuff. And unfortunately, when you think about the type media that's put out that has black people in it, a lot of it is negative. It's showing us as being violent, less valuable in society. We're always the ones killed off in the movies and stuff. And the rap, a lot of it's about us, glorifying this crazy hedonistic lifestyle and everything. So if people are eating that kind of image of themselves, they're going to begin to act like that. And, many blacks maybe are eating this image and eating this media up into their minds more than anything else. And so they're beginning to reflect that. It becomes a self-perpetuating cycle. And then there are those who see us, even in other countries, China, whatever. They see us in the movies, and this is who they think we are. This is how we get treated. Because this image is being fed to them. This is what's inside their mind about who we are. So instead of holding the truth about us being the children of God, and, human beings with all this value and potential, they have this image that they're seeing in the media and hearing in the songs. And so people are reacting to that. These police officers are probably frightened because they have some idea in their mind that, the black man is someone to be feared. And many of us are dressing and looking like the hoodlums in these movies and stuff. So, I'm not justifying anyone's behavior right now. I'm just trying to explain what's going on and what needs to be corrected kind of at a truth level for us to have true change in this world. When we can each look at others and see the children of God, when we look at others and see that there's potential inside of people that needs to be unleashed, but it can only be unleashed when their minds are set free. And when they have, positive thinking and positive value for who they are inside of their minds, That's the only way to set others free, and that's the only way for us to look at people and see them with respect and with value, And, I left out a third truth. The third truth is love. Love is what we all need inside of our hearts. I know we heard that. But, true love that extends outwards to others, where we're able to see others as just as important as we see ourselves. And by the way, I'd like to take this time to let everyone know that I just released a new book on Amazon. I think it's available on Amazon Kindle. It's called 33 Powerful Spiritual Tweets. 33 Powerful Spiritual Tweets. It's on Amazon. I'm going to put the link below so that you can click on it and go check it out. So anyway, I'm going to let this be it for today. Peace and out till next time.